Can I get a grande iced coffee with just some half and half in there?
Yeah, grande iced coffee and hot.
Just that. Awesome. Thank you. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the video. I got Julia some Starbucks to start the day. And it's funny because yesterday we actually got in a big fight. We had plans to work out together, so she put the baby down for a nap. She had a small window to train, and I had gotten lost in some work. I hadn't drank my pre-workout yet, so she was upset with me because she wanted to spend that quality time together, which is understandable. But the way she communicated it to me, I didn't like. She said something that I felt was like kind of disrespectful, so I was like, nope. I started yelling at her. I slammed my office door. She started yelling back at me, and for like 2 or 3 hours, we didn't speak. And it cracks me up because I'm in the garage after her working out, and then she's like walking by with the dogs to take them for a walk, and we're both, acting super angry, not looking at each other. Eventually, I went over, picked her up, gave her a kiss. We're all good now. But today, she's gonna sip on this coffee. I'm gonna go sip on my pre-workout, and we're gonna have a perfectly synchronized training session. Aquí tiene tu café.
Muchas gracias.
Make sure you drink that quick. I'm gonna go make my pre-workout. I don't want you making me wait again.
Don't even. I just want to work out with you.
Say hola. Oh, she just waved at the camera. Now, while I sip on this pre-workout, there's something I've been avoiding doing for way too long. We gotta go get this handled. Something I did not realize when we built this large, Spanish-style patio around the pool here is that these tiles get really dirty every 1 to 2 months, and you can't just mop them or wipe them off. You have to pressure wash every last inch of it. It took me an hour and a half yesterday, another 45 minutes today. And I know some of y'all might be thinking, all right, David, just hire someone to do it, save your time. And I could, but my man Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic philosophers, they teach us that putting yourself through intentional hardships, not that cleaning this patio was that much of a hardship, but doing things that are a bit boring or annoying or time consuming that you don't want to do, it helps us build mental toughness so that, when real shit happens in life, we don't get all stressed out. We just deal with it. And then also I would say that low key, using the pressure washer, it's kind of fun. Not for 2 hours, but pre-workout is done. Julia's probably in the gym waiting for me. So let's hit a backflip. It's been a minute since I've been in my backflip game. Rate this out of 10 in the comments. This is the baseline that we're going to improve this year. And then let's get these gains in, bro. That felt pretty good. Honestly, that felt pretty good. Nah, you ready to get this?
Yeah, but I've been waiting, babe. It's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was cleaning the patio.
Of course.
All right, today we got a pull day with a strength focus in the Beastly app. And before we hit that, there's been something on my mind lately, bro. Because, look, growing up, I went to church every Sunday. I went to religious education class, so I read the Bible. But recently, I've been reading it again in the morning just to bring me back closer to my faith. And the passage I was reading this morning is one that a lot of y'all have probably heard, even if you're not Christian, where Jesus is talking to a wealthy man. And he's saying, how can I be better? And Jesus tells him, well, if you wanted to be perfect, you could sell all of your possessions and give to the poor. And then he turns to his disciples and says, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And given the very materialistic world we live in, especially with everyone flexing on social media these days, it's had me questioning whether or not I'm on the right path in life. gains, bro. Workout completes. Great pump. I'm feeling amazing. The only downside right now is that Julia had to go feed the baby, which means she can't prepare me a meal, which is, it's unfortunate, but it's understandable. Luckily, Factor has got my back, and that is why I decided to partner with Factor to be the sponsor of today's video. Check it out. Factor makes meeting your diet and nutrition goals easier than ever before by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Factor eliminates all the hassle of prepping, cooking, and cleaning up. You can finally skip the grocery stores and just enjoy restaurant-quality, chef-crafted meals that are ready in 2 minutes flat. You get to choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Vegan, Vegetarian, or my personal favorite, the Protein Plus meal plan. And when things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can easily pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. Today's meal is loaded bacon shredded chicken. How good does that sound? Looks pretty good too. These meals literally don't miss, and ready? Over 40 grams of protein in it. Because Factor is sponsoring today's video, you can head to factor75.com and use code 50HowToBeast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. The link is also down in description. Don't sleep on this one. It's a game changer. So when I read this verse in the Bible, and look, I'm by no means an authority on this, but when I hear Jesus say, again, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. What this means to me is that, look, as I've made more and more money and I've seen people around me make more and more money, there's this trap that's so easy to fall into where you just start getting obsessed with money, and it becomes this game about, how can I make more money this year than last year, and that becomes the focus rather than just being a good fucking human who's focused on, how can I be a better husband or son, how can I be a better father or boyfriend. You just focus on, no, how can I, be more selfish and get a nicer car or build a bigger house. And I think that's what Jesus is warning us about here. Now, keep in mind that today we do live in a slightly different world where we have a capitalist economy. So in general, you can only get wealthy if you're creating value for society. Like, you can only build a business if you have a product or a service that is inherently valuable to other people. Of course, there's exceptions to this. You have corrupt politicians. You have companies that get these corrupt government contracts to build weapons, for example, that bomb children overseas. You have crypto schemes where they have this meme coin that they pump and dump, and in these cases you do have people who can get rich by deceiving other people instead of helping them. With my businesses, Edge Lifestyle Clothing, for example, people are only gonna pay their hard-earned money to get the clothing if it delivers some value for them, where they feel more confident and attractive wearing the clothes. They're only gonna sign up for a Beastly app subscription if it's helping them improve their health and their body, and maybe their dating life's improving as well, right? They're not just gonna donate money. That being said, I definitely sometimes get more focused on, like, how do we make more revenue? How do we make more money this year with the business, versus thinking, okay, what strategies can we use to help more and more people? To give myself some credit, there are times I turn down money. I had a sponsor recently, a gambling sponsor, offering a bunch of money to sponsor several videos. And at first I agreed, but then I was like, but is this really gonna help my community and the people watching my videos? Gambling? Probably not. So I turned it down. Now, I could do what Jesus challenged that wealthy man to do, and I could sell all of my possessions, everything, and give all of that money to the less fortunate. And by the way, you could do the same thing too, bro. I do think there's an argument that if I did that and then, next week I had nothing and I was poor, well, I wouldn't be in a position to impact and help as many people as I am now, which maybe is a cope, but I'm just letting you know what's going through my head. Short of doing that, what more could I do? That's what I've been asking myself all day since reading that. And I spoke with Julia about it, and we're considering doing some community service, like locally here in Texas, growing up, I did that through my church in Boston. Julia did it with her parents. And I think that was a very important part of my upbringing. So we're definitely gonna do it with our children. We should probably do it before then, but it really opened my eyes to seeing the reality of less fortunate people who lived so close to where I grew up. I also want to find 1 or 2 good charities. So drop a comment below if you know of any that I should consider and donate some money this year, which that's also a tax write-off, just to be, transparent about there is some selfish benefit there, but it is still giving money towards ideally a strong good cause. I don't know, man. I don't have the answers here. I just wanted to reflect on this inside this video because I'm on a journey trying to get closer to my faith and be a better human. And I imagine it's a question we should all ask ourselves and think about. How can we live, closer to Jesus? Or if you're not religious, just how can you live a more selfless life that helps other people versus just getting lost in hedonism? We got another one of these Texas windstorms brewing up. Hopefully it's not like last week. Bro, what the hell? The massive tree we have here, it rolled off the edge. Tonight though, I'm pretty excited about this.
Me too.
We're at a restaurant here that we've heard legends of.
Good old Steiner Ranch Steakhouse.
No, say it in the accent.
I was with an accent.
She was saying Steiner Ranch Steakhouse. We've heard of some of the best steak in Texas. You gotta realize, Texas has the best, or a lot of the best steakhouses in the entire world. And they usually deliver on the promise. So I'm about to have a big juicy steak. Julia's about to waste the fact that we're at a steakhouse.
God, they have other good stuff.
Yeah, it's not steak or whatever, bro. But this spot's cool. It's got views like the lake and downtown, and let's get some steak.
Date night car.
So it's the next day, and I make that clear because right here, Pat, what do we got?
A delicious Chicago pizza that I've already dug into before you even got to touch it.
Yeah, what the hell?
I went 2 pieces also.
That's
A crime.
That's not cool, man. But we got this deep dish Italian sausage pizza, and we're not eating this back to back with the steaks. That's what Pat would call
A bang bang.
a bang bang. This is not a bang bang. This is a Sunday night dinner, pizza, movie. We're gonna be watching this movie called Strange Darling. It's got good reviews, audience and critics. Julie, you ready?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Can you believe it?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
What you got out of 10?
That was a really good movie. I'd say that was like a 8.7 out of 10, but there was just no way that was based on real stuff.
Supposedly based on a true story. I'd say like an 8.3 out of 10. I was hooked the whole time, and it's not really, the trailer doesn't do it justice.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was good.
I'd recommend checking it out. That all being said, I'm very curious to see the comments on this one. Whenever you talk about religion or money even, I know everyone has a different perspective based on your situation in life. So drop a comment and let me know, do you think that building wealth and being successful takes you away by definition from your faith and from being a good person? Drop that comment, and after that, make sure you keep watching. That is my most recent upload right there, and you don't want to miss it. Click there to see that now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I release 2 new videos every single week, and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly.